Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're just going to be looking at one of the processes I go through when I'm making custom lures. And today we're going to be looking at when I put my clear coat or my flex coat, and we're going to take a look at doing that process. So I've got my flex coat hardener, part B. I have my resin, part A. This is a two-part epoxy. This stuff is great, is what it is. And this is the same flex coat that you put on when you're wrapping rods. So we're going to show you the process of putting this epoxy coating on one of my lures, and just show you that process. So what we're going to do first, we're going to start with our hardener, part B, first. We'll open it up. I've got two syringes here. You see one of them is marked yellow, just like the bottle is. So we're going to go in here and stab it through. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Flip her up, and we're going to pull out 1 milliliter of part B, which is the hardener. And we'll just tip it up and make sure it gets in there good. So there's 1 milliliter, a little bit of air in it, but it'll be okay. And we'll take that and we'll put it in the mixing cup. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to take part A, which is the actual resin. We'll make sure we use a different syringe, because if you mix these two up, then your syringe is not going to be any more good. That's all there is to it. We'll grab it. We'll stab it in. Flip our bottle. Make sure we get all the air out of that. Hold on, there's a bubble. Make sure we flip it up, get all the air out of it. Let's turn it around where you can see it. And we're going to put 1 milliliter of resin, part A. Gotta pull it kind of slow. See, I'm getting a few air bubbles in it. That's all right, we'll get those out. Pull it down to 1. All right. Pull that out, and we'll put that in the mixing cup, like so. All right. I'll lay that over. Now I'll get my mixing stick. And one thing about doing this is, don't use a toothpick. Don't use anything wooden. Don't use anything paper. Because what happens is, when you start mixing this resin, it will actually, the wood or paper will start releasing air bubbles. And you don't want that. Because you can see, I have a few bubbles in there now, but we're going to work those out. Now I want to mix this. I probably won't bore you with the whole time I'm mixing this, because it takes 3 to 5 minutes. But we want this perfectly clear, because it'll get cloudy. As you can see, it's doing now is cloudy. All right. But we want this perfectly clear when we're done. So I'll mix this up. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we've got this mixed up pretty good, and you're wondering why this plate here got tin foil or aluminum foil, whatever you want to call it. I found that when you mix resin on paper, it leaches color out and really clouds up your resin. So use aluminum foil, and it's mixed pretty good. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour this out onto our plate, our aluminum foil, and then what we're going to do, we're going to add some of this. This is an iridescent, you can think of it like micro glitter. And we'll add just a little bit of that to our mixture. So we'll go ahead and get this poured out onto our aluminum foil. Got a few air bubbles. I think I can work them out with a paintbrush. Hopefully I can. And it doesn't take a lot to do a single lure. You know, if you got a few you want to do. It'll work. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Get our cup out of the way. Now we're going to take this iridescent and we're just going to sprinkle, just a little bit. And I wasn't sure what color this was, but it is a blue iridescent. Nice color, nice color. So now we're going to work this with our brush. Oh, it's actually gold. Hey, what a surprise. So we're going to work that up with our brush. Okay. Now we're going to grab our lure. And here's our lure. This is a Walker topwater. It's actually a gunmetal color. You can see it, but it's gunmetal color. Put some 3D eyes on it. So let's start painting it on. Oh, that looks nice. That looks real nice. And we'll paint it on. Nice coat on it. Now, the thing about this, I can come back and put more. Depends on how thick you want your coating on there. Looks really good. And we're going to go right over those eyes. There's another way you can do this as well. You can put this on clear and then sprinkle your iridescent coating right on it. So we'll get it painted up, and then we'll work the thickness of it. We'll get what we want on there. Put a good amount on there because we can take off what we don't need. There. Alright. Okay. Alright. Got a good amount, I don't know. Looks good though. Looks really good. Right. Now, got a good amount on there. We'll start. And like I said, it doesn't take much. That's one of the learning processes I went through. I would mix up too much resin, and I would just waste it, you know. So now we'll start pulling everything back, like so. Nothing hard about this whatsoever. You get your mixture right. Man, there's nothing hard about this. Now, you say, well, what are you going to do next? You're just going to set this thing up and let it... Well, I'll tell you right now, if you set this thing up, say in that position, I can't say every bit, but your resin's going to run to the bottom. It's going to pool up on the bottom, and it's not going to look good. So once we get everything spread on here good, we'll cover the eyes good, cover everything good, and that's a good amount of that iridescent. I like that, I really do. We'll just keep on putting her on, and this is kind of a, you know, I thought it was blue at first, but gold. I see some green in it. I like this color, and you know, it looks kind of rough right now, but once my next process, it's going to look really good. That looks really good. Okay, now pull her all back down this way. Looks really good. And guys, this resin is actually from it's a Flex Coat, and it comes from a company called Flex Coat, and they make some good products. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll just do that. Oh man, looks good. Now what I do is, these look like disposable brushes, and they are, but I clean them. And the only thing you can clean something you've got a 2-part resin on is actually with acetone. But I'll clean this brush, you know, I'll try and use it again. Waste not, want not, right? So I think that's pretty good. And if you want to, when this dries, you can add another coat on it. So what we're going to do now, let's push this to the side. Oh, that's empty. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring this baby out, and this is a Flex Coat lure turner, and we'll find a hole for it right here, and we'll cut it on. Well, that hit my finger. Maybe I'm not going to mess it up too much. So that's the process. And now this thing is going to run. Get there so we can see it a little better. So this baby is going to run. And this is going to dry it. Now what we're doing is keeping this this resin from puddling, dripping. So this process is probably going to take about 2 to 3 hours. Then it'll be to the point you can maybe touch it, or it'll be to that point you want to add some more resin to it. And this thing will look really good when it's done. And yeah, so this is just part of the process I do when I'm putting my last, touches on one of my custom lures. So yeah, that looks really good, and I'm doing dark colors because this is a top water, and top waters don't need crazy colors. Let me jump up here and show you one I did. I call this one my cotton candy. So yeah, so you can see that one's pink and blue. I've got another coating to put on this one, but you don't need crazy colors with top water, because when the fish look up, they see silhouette. So black, white, that's what works best with your top water. But you can do whatever you want. But yeah, guys, it's a rainy, windy day here in southeastern North Carolina, and so we're working on some custom lures. Now, I'm gonna get a little more into this lure making stuff, and we're gonna call it DSF Bait Company. I'm gonna start selling these lures. Just not that one. I have all kinds. Just not top water. And I didn't forget about you freshwater anglers. I've got some for you guys too. But yeah, guys, just one step into making these custom lures. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. You guys take care. Have a great weekend. And I will definitely catch you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, guys, something I forgot. My guys that were going to try out my lures, hadn't forgot about you. I actually emailed one of them, but this is for Fishing Key Largo. I lost your email, but yours is coming. Actually, it's right there. This is a popper. Yours is coming. I'm actually going to put I need to put another clear coat on this one. A few little things wrong with it, but it's coming to you. I'm expecting this to go out. Hopefully, I can have this out to you by next weekend, midweek. I don't know. But I hadn't forgot about y'all, and they're definitely coming to you. All right. I mean it this time. Bye.